Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd come on today and do my makeup with you. I want to get some filming done. I have a few more videos to film before I have enough videos to do one every single day in December. So I thought that I would do a quick get ready with me, and this could be one of the videos that goes up, and film a bit more for other videos to go up. So Erin, well actually Erin's boyfriend, Erin's fiance, for Christmas got me the Too Faced pineapple palette thing, so I want to use this, the Tutti Frutti sparkling pineapple eyeshadow palette. This one looks like that. I want to use this for my makeup today, but I also remembered that I have the pie project that I need to do, which is hit pan and everything, and I haven't actually used the eyeshadows more than once. So the update's coming up, so I thought I'd get some use. So for transition and things, I'm going to use my gingerbread for the Graham. This is in the pie project, so that's what we're going to do. But first I need to prime my eyelids, and I do have somewhere this is what I'm using right now. It's the Maybelline Colour Tattoo, and this is where I am right now. I can't believe that this is still going on. I'm just using one of these nondescript shader brushes, large shader brushes. Let me bring the mirror closer so I'm not like leaning in. So I'm reading a book right now, and it's called Another Love. I can't remember who it's by, but basically it's about a woman who becomes an alcoholic and basically destroys her family and stuff. And it's quite intense and graphic and aggressive in like getting the point across. You know how some movies are like really intense and really... I need another word other than graphic, but I can't think of one. But it's kind of like that, right? It's kind of serious, hard-hitting, makes you think, makes you feel uncomfortable kind of book. But it's too much for me. Like, I'm quite empathetic, and I'm just setting it with the peanut butter and honey, the cream shade that I'm trying to use up. And because of that, I'm like, it's pushing my emotions to the extreme. I'm only a third of the way in. And it makes me feel, I don't know, I don't want to say it makes me feel miserable, but it definitely makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm at that point where I'm like, this book is seriously affecting me. But at the same time, I'm a third of the way in. Do I just give up now, having wasted the time that it took me to get as far as I got to? I very, very, very rarely give up on a book. Like, even if it's the worst book in the world, I will power through and finish it. I think I've only ever given up on maybe 2 books my entire life. So my first instinct is I should probably put the book down and like not finish it, because if it's affecting me that much. But at the same time, my OCD part is like, but you can't leave a book unfinished. So really, what I'm asking is, what do you guys think I should do? Especially the people who like to read. Tell me, what would you do if you were like in this situation? Because it's really, really bad. Like, I had to stop reading, and then for a good 2-3 hours, I felt really awful, and I can't get it out of my mind. Like, it's not the thought of not finishing it that makes me feel awful. Like, the content of the book makes me feel awful. It's really well written. This isn't like, if you can handle that kind of thing, then you'll probably love the book. It's an amazing book, but the way it's affecting me in terms of its content and playing on my emotions to the extreme where I can't think about anything else for like 2-3 hours, it's probably not a good thing. And like, if it was a movie, I turn it off. I'd be like, no, I can't watch this. But because it's a book, my body's like, my brain is a bit like, but you have to finish it because you've started it. What would you do? Tell me. I'm really interested to find out what people would do. I need advice. I think I need somebody to tell me, Claire, just don't pick up the book again. Just put it away, give it to somebody, get rid of it, and then never think about it again. Is what I need, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. So I'm going to go in with the dark brown shade, this shade here, which is Tutti Cutie. And I'm just going to go on my outer V. But then it makes me think, like, is that what it's supposed to do? You know how some movies are like, okay, well that was what the person intended for you to feel like when you watched the movie. I don't know if this is what the person who wrote the book intended you to feel like if you're supposed to feel uncomfortable. In which case, if that was the case, then I'd maybe do it just because I'd feel like, okay, this is a normal reaction rather than this is an extreme reaction. Like, if she didn't intend on making me feel uncomfortable by writing the book, then the way my body is reacting is a very extreme reaction to what's in the content. But if everyone who's read the book feels the same way, then it makes me feel kind of normal and like I can power through. I really, really, really need somebody who knows literature to explain to me like what's happening and what I should do. Okay, so I've done that and I'm going to get the glitter glue by Too Faced and just put it on the rest of my eyelid. Did everyone have a nice Thanksgiving? What did you do? Did you spend it with family? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? I know a couple of my viewers don't necessarily celebrate it because they don't agree with like what it stands for, what it's celebrating. So let me know like what you do if you celebrate it. I can't stop thinking about politics. I'm really concerned for the future of the country. It's gotten to the point where even the leading party is creating fake propaganda. Well, it's real propaganda because it's doing its job, but it's fake in that they changed their Twitter account to like fact check UK and then posted a bunch of anti-Labour stuff there. And then they created a fake website and then posted a bunch of Labour stuff in there. And it's like, how can they even get away with it? And my friend kind of summarised it perfectly the other day. They were like, yeah, okay, it might be illegal. And yeah, okay, there might be an investigation. But by then it'll be too late. People will have doubt in their mind, and if they don't have doubt in their mind because they know that it's false, it might not sway them either way, or they get away with it and there isn't an investigation until after the election, and by then it's already too late. On the lids I'm going to go in with the far shade Pineapple Cooler, which is this one here. Kind of want to do the green, but I'll save that for another day. If you can hear that noise, by the way, it's the washing machine. I've left the door open because I had a bath and now it's about 100 degrees. That's an exaggeration, it's not 100 degrees, but it feels like it. Speaking of it being about 100 degrees, there was a fire today, like a massive fire in one of the old hotels down on the seafront. Really, really big fire. They had like 12 fire engines and it took all day for them to put it out and stuff. I don't think it's even like fully out right now. And it was this morning it started. And it started at one end of the hotel and ended up destroying the entire hotel basically. I don't know if it'll be closed and destroyed because of safety or what, but it's really bad. Luckily everyone got out. The concierges and the receptionists and stuff are being like praised for their calmness in evacuating the building and stuff, which is good. When I was working in a hotel and there was a fire, my manager basically got annoyed with me for calling the fire brigade, which doesn't make any sense to me, but there we are. She wasn't a very good manager and I don't think she's even managing there anymore, so just gonna go back in with that dark brown shade and like top it up a little bit just to deepen up the colour and to blend the two shades together. Okay, so that's my eyes done. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. Right now I'm trying to use up this Avon primer, so I will put this like all over my face. It's kind of a smoothing primer, but I don't mind putting it like all over because have a little bit of texture and stuff. Well, it's not so much texture, it's more like where spots used to be and things. So smoothing out my skin, even all over sometimes, is quite nice. Found out today that David's niece, who is kind of also my niece because she loves me the most, I'm the favourite, I'm not even ashamed to admit it, she's going to be Mary in her school nativity, which is so great. I don't know if I'll go. We didn't go last year. It's not really something that David's family does, kind of thing. Like, her parents will go, but nobody else really goes. At least I don't think so. We can certainly ask. I don't know when it's going to be. If it's the same time as my best friend's son's nativity, then I probably won't be able to go, but because I'm going to see his nativity. So, and he is going to be a sheep, which it makes sense for him because he has ADHD or is borderline ADHD. So being a main character doesn't make sense for him. Like, he wouldn't be able to be put under that much pressure. So I'm happy for him as well. He played an amazing donkey last year, and this year's going to be great too. I've just primed my face. I'm going to go whip my sponges, wash this gunk off my hands, and I will be back. Okay, so I whipped my sponges, and I'm going to go in with foundation now. I'm also using the Iconic London illuminator right now, so I use a couple of pumps of my foundation and one pump of the illuminator, and then put it on my face. There's a TV show on BBC right now called His Dark Materials. It's based on the books by Philip Pullman. It's got the woman who plays Alice from Luther in it. Rose Wilson, she's in it. I don't know who plays Lyra. Like, I don't recognise her as an actress, but she's probably pretty famous. It's got Lin-Manuel Miranda in it. I love him so much. It's a really, really good show. It's kind of captivated me. Like, I love that kind of fantasy, sci-fi type world. I have the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I'm just gonna cover some spots here. And where it's more minimal coverage because of the mixing it with the highlighter. I'm just gonna let that set for a second. At the beginning of December, I'm taking my mum to, well, we're all going, but I paid for my mum to go and see The Lion King. And by we all, I mean I'm going with David and my dad and my mum and my brother and my brother's girlfriend to London to see The Lion King, like the stage production, because she's never seen it. I kind of came up with the idea when we were at Hamilton, and Yvonne is my brother's girlfriend, said that she like hardly ever goes to the theatre and she really wanted to see The Lion King. And then my brother was saying that he really wanted to see The Lion King, and then my mum said that she really wanted to see The Lion King. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't pay for 6 people to go. And I know that David had mentioned to me before that he's never seen it and he'd like to see it. So I said to my dad, hey, if I pay for half of the people, like if I pay for Mum and David and me, will you pay for you and Michael and Yvonne? And he was like, yeah. So my dad paid for like 3 tickets and I paid for like 3 tickets. So we're all gonna go to the theatre together, which will be nice. I hope they enjoy it. You know when you like really want somebody to like something that you like because you recommended it to them? They all liked Hamilton though, so I think they will like The Lion King. I have asked my friend's mum, because she's more like my mum as well, and not like my friend is like my sister, because we're that close. I've asked them to get me a microphone for filming with, so hopefully, eventually, the sound quality will be like less like I'm in a fishbowl. I'm hoping anyway. If it doesn't, then I'll tell you when I'm using the microphone and we'll see. if it makes a difference. Okay, so I blended that out. I'm going to go in with the Peach Perfect setting powder. I took the stopper out, so I have to be like super careful with it because otherwise it goes everywhere. And I've just got this small kabuki brush. Okay, now that I have powder all over me, I'm going to go in and do my brows, I think. I know I normally do my brows after my blush and bronzer, but let's do the brows first this time. As you know, my brow shade is in the Peanut Butter and Honey, and it's this shade here, Going Nuts. It just is warm enough that it matches my hair colour almost perfectly, so, and I'm getting use out of an eyeshadow that I wouldn't necessarily reach for on a day-to-day basis. I'm just using the Pixi Brow Gel, and the washing machine has finished its cycle now, so it'll be significantly quieter in here, even with the door open, which is nice. I'm filming this in the evening, which I would say I never normally film this late, but I kind of do. I'm going to be filming later than I normally would this evening because David has work late today, so I thought I'd use the opportunity to film some, and I don't have anything else planned, so bronzer then. Where is my bronzer? That's there. I'm just using the Real Techniques blush brush for this, and my bronzer is still the Too Faced Chocolate Solid Bronzer. I'm really hyped for the new season of You coming out. Did everyone else see season 1? I remember talking about it in a Get Ready With Me back when it first got released, season 1. Did you all watch it? I'm really excited for it. And around the same time, we'll get a new season of Sex Education as well. And if you've not seen that, then you need to watch that. I loved that show. It was hilarious in a just kind of very British comical kind of way. It is a British TV show, I believe. And it's based in a British school, but it's like a cross between a British private school and a high school, because the high school makes for a better schooling kind of setting. British schools are very kind of blah and bland. For some reason, today, my foundation just does not want to stay on my face. Maybe I used too much of the highlighter. Speaking of highlighter, where's my highlighter now? Oh, it's there. Keep losing things. And as always, I'm going to use the Real Techniques setting brush. Sorry, I was looking at the viewfinder because I could see it counting down like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before it cut out at the 20-minute mark. So I wanted to catch it before it left. And that officially means that I've been filming for 40 minutes already. I mean, a lot of it's going to be reduced down and cut down and stuff, but still, it's going to be a long video. Just take this setting brush again just to blend it all together as I normally do. And then I'm going to do underneath my eyes, on the lower lash line. And I'm going to go in with the For the Gram from the Gingerbread first. I never talk during this bit because I always feel like I have to concentrate. And I'm sorry if I'm always out of frame as well, because I have to see what I'm doing. And even with my contacts in, I need to be closer to the mirror. I'm just going to do the other side. So that's that part done. I'm then going to take a small brush, this one. This is the Real Techniques shading brush. It's just a rounded brush. And I'm just going to run it underneath and blend that out, but being very careful that I don't get it in my eye because of my contact lenses. Okay, so now I'm going to take the same brush again but go in with the darker shade from the Pineapple palette and just go sort of closer to my lashes. Okay, so I'm happy with that. This is a nice palette. I keep these every single time. I'm going to put it back in the box just temporarily. The other one that I have, the berry one, is also in its box still. Okay, so setting spray. I'm still using this up. This is the Peach Perfect by Too Faced. Okay, eyeliner and mascara. Okay, I'm going to go down to the mirror again to do my eyeliner, so I apologise again if I disappear. I've been noticing that while I'm editing these kinds of videos, I kind of go out of frame when I'm doing certain things, and that's just the way I do things. My desk is like here, so I can't get any higher in terms of if I go close to the mirror, I'm never going to be in frame just because of my setup, and so we're just going to have to go with it. And mascara, I'm still using the Maybelline Great Lash. One thing I have noticed about this mascara is it lasts a really long time compared to the L'Oreal one. I mean, the L'Oreal one is still pretty much the holy grail, but they dry out really quickly. Well, they don't dry out really quickly, not compared to some mascaras, but they dry out quicker than this. And the more I use this, the more I like it. I need Makeup Revolution to do some mascaras. I don't know if they do. Does anyone know? I've never seen one. I know they're doing like different things like eyelid primers and doing more skincare and stuff, and they just released some more shades for their nail polish line. So maybe they do a mascara that I just don't know about. I'll have to have a look. I'm planning on going kind of nuts with Makeup Revolution in the January sales. I've smudged here, can you see? I'm just going to tidy up that smudge. Okay, so lips-wise, what do I want to put on my lips? I'm just going to use this Maybelline Colour Sensational in Velvet Rose. Let me know what you think down below. I'm really kind of enjoying the Pineapple palette, the Tutti Frutti, this one. I love the formula of these two small palettes. I just love the formula of these. When I got the berry one, I very nearly picked this one up, and I thought, no, I don't need both, I'll get one. I got one, I got the berry one, I tried it, and I was like, I need the other one. And then I couldn't find this anywhere because it was sold out. And because they had their massive sale, I thought they've discontinued it, I'm not going to be able to get it. And then Erin spotted it and she ordered it on her fiance's behalf, and he's gifted it to me for Christmas. So thank you, Erin, thank you, David. Her fiance is also called David. It's very confusing, although not really, we just kind of know which David we're talking about when we refer to like all the Davids and things, but yeah. So thank you for this. I feel really, really lucky. Erin really spoils me, she really does. I'm going to go now, I'm going to go film some other videos. Leave any comments or suggestions that you have down below, and I will catch you guys very soon. Take care. Bye!